What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we've got a Naruto character for you. We have Obito, 10 Tails Jinchuuriki. So we are on a white page and it's portrait straight on. So we'll start in the top half, just above. I'm starting just a little bit above halfway, just up here. There's the halfway point in my page, and I'm going to come up just a little bit and then over. And remember, I recommend using a pencil and hit pause if I go too fast. So I'm going to start with the top right eyelid as usual. So we go up like so, and then over to there. Then we're going to bring this down this side like so. And then we're going to add a bottom eyelid just down here, carving across. These lines can touch if you want, but I've seen them both ways. I've seen them touching and not touching, so it's up to you. It's personal preference, I guess. So then we have his Rinnegan inside this eye, so we have a dot just there. And then we have concentric circles coming around. So one there, next one coming around here, like so. Another one. Basically, you keep going until you run out of room. One here, another one there. Okay, so we have a couple of eyelid lines, so just coming in from his nose, just here, and then across the top of that eye again, like so, and maybe a line coming down here. And if you want, you can thicken up his top eyelid a little bit, just make it stand out a little bit more. So Naruto characters are in proportion, so that means that the eyes are eye distance apart. So if you measure his eye, come over that eye distance again, so you can fit another eye between his eyes. So his next eye is going to start just about here, so you could fit another eye in here approximately. It doesn't have to be exact. So like here, we're going to go up at an angle like so, and then we're going to bring it across like so, and then down the back like that. And then the bottom eyelid underneath, just there. And then his Sharingan eye, just in here. So we have just a normal iris. Top half is cut off by his eyelid, so it's like a letter U, or just a half circle or semicircle, just in there. And then we have his Sharingan, and I think we can only see two marks. So we have his pupil just about here, like so, and then two Sharingan commas, so one there, and I think they go this direction, the other one here. And then there might be a line coming around the center of those, like so. And then we do those lines, like here, his eyelid lines, so coming up and around his eye, coming off like so. Then we have his eyebrow, just up here, so just a little dash like that for the end of it. And then we bring it up sharp to a point up here, like so. And the bottom end is always wider. Well, always, I think always. Don't quote me on that. And then the other side, just here, comes up this way. And we make the other end just a little bit wider down here, just leaving a bit that we can color in. So his nostrils, just down here. Very simple in Naruto characters, just 2 dashes. And then his bottom, his mouth, sorry, and his lip. So he's real serious character. So we just have a line straight across, like so. And we're going to give it a down turn, just on the ends, just here like this. Like so. Then a line for his bottom lip, just here. And now if you want, you can check your proportions. So the nose is halfway between the eyes and the chin. So it's the same distance from the nose to the eyes as it is from the nose to the chin. So then you can, once you know where your nose is, you can place your chin then. And the bottom lip line is halfway usually between the nose and the chin. Just here. So then from here, we'll do his jaw up, like so. And then, same on the other side, bring it up towards his ear, like so. So quite round sort of jaws, not sharp angles or anything. Right, so then out from here we can just see the bottoms of his ears, just here, his earlobes, just here. And these are going to come up around to the tops of his ears, which line up just with his eyebrows here. And they go down like so. And then he has a bit of a sideburn, just sticking down here. And then there's bones and ligaments inside. So the easiest way, as I always say, is just kind of a letter J, like that. You could do that on the other side as well. That's the easiest way to do it, but you can add more detail if you want, like so. Like that. Line here. So, right, so his hairline, so he's got spiky hair, so simple spiking sort of hair, and then in around here he has those horns. So we have sideburn, 1 spike, and then this horn comes out from there, curves up, comes back into here. Kind of a rounded top, not too sharp. And then we have more hair spikes coming down here. And then a larger horn on this side. So it comes up and changes direction, and then it goes back down to here, and then changes direction again, back into there. And then we have a hair spike here as well. So he's got like all cracks on his face. So we can add these here. So it's kind of like a letter Y coming in from the side. And then a line coming up into his eye. And then just sort of feel it out, sort of adding these random sort of crack lines coming into his face. As you feel like doing it, really. You could add more or less. There's more on his shoulder going down on this side. So it's up to you how much you want to add to that. You can make it more exaggerated or less. So we'll finish his hair going around his head. So hair spikes going all the way around. Like so. And we're going to go all the way up to the center spike, which is like here. So the eyes are halfway down the head. So this is the top of his head, just here, if you measure the distance from the eyes to the chin. So that's where the top of his skull is, and the hair grows up from that, so that means it's higher up. So we have these two higher up spikes growing out from his skull, just there. So if you're wondering about your proportions of your head, that's it. Eyes are always halfway down when you're looking straight at a character. If a character tilts their head, it changes with perspective, but when they're straight on like this, the eyes are pretty much halfway. And then we keep adding these spikes coming down to there. And then we go up this side, back into here. Another spike, spiking all the way down. And maybe a piece of hair just there. Okay. So his neck. So just coming down from his jaw, neckline, neckline, like so. And then we have his trapezius muscle going down towards his shoulder. Same on this side. He's got these kind of horns like this one coming out of his collarbones here. So we're going to add those. So they're kind of like big wings. So coming out from here. Go up like that first, and then we change direction out to the other side. So we're going all the way out to here. So real big. That's why I'm using a wide page. And then this comes back down and in towards his collarbone there. He's another one behind that one, like coming out of his back. So we bring that up, across, and then down. So this one doesn't go as long because it's further away. So a bit of perspective going on. So it's going away from us at the back of his body, so it's smaller, so we don't go up as high. So then this comes up like so. Goes off this direction. And then we come back down and then change direction into there. So they kind of come up and change direction at a certain point. They're different on each of them, so as long as you change direction at least once on each one, I think you'll be safe. Like so. Right, so right, so we can see his shoulders. So curving down that way on that side, and curving similarly down that way. And then we have his torso. So we have a line just beside that coming in and down. So this is his torso, and we can add his arms onto that. So this comes in and down to here. That comes off that way as well. And then we have his arm line just coming down here, and his arm line. This one's coming out holding his staff. So we have to go out further. So his staff is here. Right? So that means his bicep has to go out to his forearm, which is bent and holding his staff. So we go down towards the forearm first. About there. And then we have bend here for the forearm, like so. And then the inside of his arm just here, like so. Now, so this is like a cloak or something. So it comes down, it hangs down over his chest. So in here. But it's like skin cloak. And same on this side. So it's like part of his body, but it looks like it's hanging down. Right, so details. So we have his chest muscle line just in here. Chest muscle line just in here. We have like lines for his diaphragm, or like the top of his rib cage just here. Like so. Then his collarbones are up here. Collarbone in here. Neckline. Another neckline. And then we have those 6 symbols that come across the front of his chest, kind of like the Sharingan in his eye, you know, the commas. So to do this, you should draw probably circles first. So 1 of them, 2 of them. There's 6 altogether coming across his chest. So 1, 2, 3. 4, and they kind of curve down and around this way, kind of like they're hanging down like a necklace, a real big necklace. This one curves around as well, and then we add the commas, so like the spikes down here, so just like adding sort of like tails onto it, like so. This. Like so. And then there's a circle inside, like a white circle in the center. And of course, the rest is dark black inside. Okay, so then he has more cracks on his body. So some coming in here. Coming down like so. Going in under that cloak, skin cloak. Kind of look like letter Y's usually. Kind of like this one. And kind of a different style one here. Like that. Then this one's like a letter Y here. Like so. This one's a letter Y. And then there's some on his neck here coming up into his face. So, coming down in here, on there, coming up from here, going around his collarbone, coming down from his face, back into there, like a letter Y there, and maybe another one coming down that way. Right, so his staff, we'll finish his staff. So you might need a ruler for this. So coming up to, it's real long, so it's like right across from his horn, just there. Just like all the way over here. So we gotta join up this to the bottom. Like so. so. And right, so then there's a circle with rings hanging off it. So the best way to do this, I guess we'll do the circle first. So, and then the rings hanging off. So the circle is real big. So it comes out here and here. So if you had something circular that you could trace around, you know, to get it like a perfect circle, because it looks pretty much like a perfect circle. I don't have anything. But you know, something circular that's the right size, of course, that's the problem. But slightly bigger or smaller wouldn't make too much of a difference. So the top of my circle will be here. And you want this same distance to be there, because the circumference of a circle is usually the same on all sides. So it's there. So it's like a cross, do you know? And then you're gonna curve this. And don't worry if you go inside, because it's colored dark black, so any sort of errors you make going inside, it won't really be seen. Of course, I'm sort of saying that to myself. So this comes down. And this is like, comes down like so. So into here, is it? Yeah, that looks right. So that's the top line of the circle, and then this one comes in underneath it. Whew. And then we go up this way. So you're following this line around again. A compass would work well for this. Like so. Okay, not bad. Okay, so then the rings going all on top of this. So we've got one ring to rule them all. Curves down like so. Kind of looks like it's just hanging on there, because it is. And then this curves up into here. And then we do another line coming down inside here. And then we go over this way. Next one. Like so. Curving down. Like a real skinny sort of ellipse sort of line coming down. And then the inside of that goes down like so. And then comes up in and touches the inside of that one. And I don't think we can see the back of it, so. And of course, if you're using pencil, you can rub out the lines of this circle that we did just in here. I'll get rid of them now in a minute. I'll just finish drawing these other ones. So this next one comes down here. Like so. Curve curves up into here. And then this inside line comes down like so, goes up into there. And then the rings on the other side. So our first one comes out from here, curves down to here, and then goes back up in around behind the staff, and then this in here curves down and then comes back up into there. Then the next one up and under in there, and then the next line curves down beside it into here, and then back up into the first one. So it's tricky to draw these now, so take your time, hit pause a lot. Okay, so the next one just here curves down like so, up into there, and then the inside line for that comes down like so, and then goes up into here. Alright, I'll just get rid of the lines we shouldn't see inside those. Okay, so there we are. Now he's got more circles, more orbs coming around him. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. 6. It's always with the 6s. So first one is around behind this staff of his, just here. Just there. Next one's up here behind this one. This is pretty much the last step, and then we're done. So one, and the next one kind of goes up off my page up here. I can't fit the whole thing in. Just up to here. Top of it's cut off. And we can see these two fully, so and then another one just here. And then the last one is kind of going in behind his body just here. So there you go. How to draw Obito, 10 Tails Jinchuuriki. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.